Hello and welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, I'm going to walk you through how to view the commit log. So I have got Git Bash opened. I've already connected to my directory, the repository. So you can see here it's got master, which means I'm in my master repository. So you need to be in the repository before you can view the log. So to view the log, you just type in git space log and press enter, and it will give you a list of all the commits that you've done on this project or repo. So every commit has a unique ID. So you can see the most recent commit usually is at the top and the latest ones are at the bottom. Okay, so this is, so you can see these are the commit ID. Every commit ID is unique to the commit, and if you look at the commit also, you can see this is why the commit messages are important, because it gives you a description of the commit and the changes that have been made. If you are working on a project with other developers, they may want to check the changes that have been made. Also, you may want to check the changes that other programmers or developers have made to the project. And by having a good description of your commit, it gives them an idea. So always try to, when you comment on your commit, always comment it appropriately to reflect the changes you are making. That will help you later and also help others who will have to look at this log. So every commit will have a unique ID, which is this. It also has the author, whoever's made that commit. It also tells you the date and the time the commit was done. And it also gives you the what file was the comment for the comment. Like this one here, it tells me this is a comment I inserted when I did the commit. I say readme edit 7. And here we've got another commit here as well, readme edit 6. So if someone else comes in and look at this file, you can see that I've made edits to this readme file here. Although I should have been a bit more descriptive of what I actually did. I just said I edited a file, but I didn't actually say what type of edit I made to the file. It's always good for your edits to be descriptive so as to help yourself and others later. There are other commands you can use also if you don't want the entire commit history to be shown. There are other commands you can use to restrict that. So if you scroll through, once you get to the end of your commit, it will tell you the end. You can see here, this is my very first commit. That's why it says my first commit. So I know that I am at the bottom of my commit. So to quit this commit area, just type in Q and that will clear the screen and take you back to your main command. So I'm just going to clear the screen and that will take me back to my master. So now I can type in a command. You can type in a command to restrict. For example, if I wanted the first 5 commits only. A project can have tons and tons of commits. You may not want to see all of them. If, for example, I wanted to see just the top 5 commits, there's a command I can enter to do. So the command I would enter would be git followed by log followed by the number dash n. N indicates the number you want to, the number of commits you want displayed. So if I say 5, so git space log space -n5. If I press enter, it should show me the top 5 commits. As you can see, these are the top 5 recent commits. So the N is where you specify the number of commits you want displayed. If you've had lots of commits on your project, you can also specify specific time periods or date for the logs to display. For example, if I wanted all the commits that were done today, what I could do, I'll just type in git space log and then space dash dash, and then I'll type in since, I'll do equals to specify the date. So I say since 2017 and do the month, which is July, and the year. So I've got the year, the month, then the date, and today is the 12th. So I just press enter and it will give me all the logs. So tell since today, there's nothing on display because I haven't done any commits for today. Today is the 12th of July, so it has displayed nothing. So let me see if I can get an earlier date. So I do git log space dash dash since equals 2017 07-11. So you can see it's giving me some data. So here is displayed all the commits I did for yesterday. So you can specify different commands for the log, the Git log, to produce different views based on the parameters you use with the Git log. There are several other parameters you can use to view the commit log. For example, if you just wanted to view all the commits by a certain author, you can do that. Say I can see I want to see all the commits done by the author Blue Lime Learning. You can do that. So and you can specify different type of parameters with the Git log command. So that's it for this lecture. You can read more about it on the Git Hub and Git website. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, I'll be explaining the concept of a head in Git. What is a head? A head basically is a simple reference to a commit object. Each head has a name or a tag or a reference. By default, every repository has a head called the master. A repository can contain several heads. However, the current active head is always in capitals. At any given time, one head is selected as the current head. This head is always known as the head in capitals. You always have it in capitals. The difference between a head that is in lowercase, it refers to any one of the named heads in the repository. But if the head is labeled in uppercase, it refers exclusively to the current active head. You can check to see what head is active at the moment. To check your current active head, the command is cat space dot git slash head in capital and press enter, and that will give you a reference. So it tells you here that this is the head and the current head is master. So it tells you that this head here is the master. Okay, so that's how you check the reference to see which is the current head. It is also possible for the head to refer to a specific revision that is not associated with a branch name. So if I check the logs for the commit, so if I type in git space log, you can see here I've got the head in capital. So it tells me here that this log, the commits here is for this current head, which is a master. It tells you here origin/master. So this here is the current head. So these are all the commits for this head. So the heads have pointers. You can see all the commits have unique numbers. These are unique. So this being the most recent commit, the head pointer will be pointing here. So if I make any other commit, the most recent commit will have the head pointer. So the pointer kind of like moves in relationship to which of the commits. So if I do another commit, the pointer will move to that. At the moment, this here is my most recent commit, so the head pointer will be there. But the head pointer moves according to the commits, the most recent commits. So in a nutshell, the head is like a pointer that points to the current branch. A repository can have so many heads, but there can only be one current head, which is a master, and it's usually in capitals, as you can see here. So that's it for this lecture on head. Thanks for watching.